they're humans to be earthlings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, we're back again. Comparison shopping. This time we're going to be running around in the Leopard 1 and the E50M. The best part about doing these videos is I get to drive these old tanks all over again and have a look at them from the inside out. And I've got to tell you, not a lot's changed for the Leopard 1. It is still very much the same tank it has always been, which is a fantastic pleasure to drive, but not a tank that is very user-friendly if you are new to the game. A lot, however, has changed for the E50M. It has had various buffs, and it's become the pocket battleship of tier 10 mediums. And we'll get to that in just a second, but I want to talk about the Leopard 1 first. This is a tank that relies on guile and cunning to get across the line, and a gun that is laser beam-like in its dispersion, 0.272 when all the bells and whistles are applied. It's also a tank that has a fantastic, absolutely fantastic amount of DPM, 3,500 damage. It's right up with the 62As, your Object 140s, all the big dogs. It is a veritable viper when it comes to working ridge lines and pumping out damage. But with that fantastic speed and fantastic mobility and wonderful gun and outstanding damage and good penetration comes absolutely nothing in the way of armor. It is a horrible train wreck for a new player. I see so many people over the course of my Blitz career who have yelled and screamed about they don't understand the Leopard 1, they're not very good at it, it doesn't work. It's a lot like the Object 263 for me. Only it's a far less forgiving tank. This is a tank that can be full HE penned for all kinds of nasty stuff, and getting that bounce to that 460 bounce was actually pretty funny. You will get bounces on your gun mantlet when you are hull down ridge fighting, because you are basically turning your tank into a very, very steep angle for anyone who wants to get involved with it. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm not willing to push all the way forward because not all their tanks are spotted. And if I go all the way to a position where they can really get easy shots on me, there are tanks over there that will really put a heaping of hurting and leave me with very little left in the hit point pool. But once you get used to the Leopard and you stay very, very safe within the confines of what the Leopard 1 can do, you are capable of prodigious feats of arms. You can use this thing to jet around the battlefield. Look at it take off. Going downhill to 70 kilometers an hour in no time, rocking and rolling, just resetting your camo, thinking your way through the game, working those magic numbers, getting in a position to do some good things to bad people. This is what Blitz is all about for me. It's about taking a tank that has incredible strengths and utilizing the strengths while absolutely minimizing the weaknesses. And you can see we bait a shot out, then put a big HE shell on the side, get a fire, ta-ta, waffle meat tractor. I think waffle tractor, calling something the waffle tractor is just wonderful. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We're pushing to the top of the map here, and again, look, we're at 1,850 hit points. We've lost nothing in terms of hit points. The thing has performed absolutely gorgeous, and this is how you want to drive the Leopard 1. You can take it to the front line of the battle. You just need to really have a great option to stop tanks from turning towards you, and you need to be patient with it. We're going to put in about 5k damage, and we're going to do it very, very gradually, without taking a lot of risk, without taking a lot of, you know, that inherent risk that you have in a tank like this where people want to load HE. And the great thing about the Leo 1 is once you learn to drive this, you can drive anything. It is a fantastic tank if you want to have a School of Hard Knocks experience at training to play Blitz. If this is your first tier 10, wow, you are either going to be a very, very good player, or you'll probably go and play something else because of your frustration levels will be through the roof. And it's also at the end of a line that's become a lot friendlier. The Leopard PTA and such used to really suck back in the day. What you won't get with the Leopard 1, you will absolutely get with the E50M. And a lot like our T110E5 versus T57 heavy game yesterday, there is a real solid commonality between the two tanks. Both have a very fast top speed. This actually gets to 60 kilometers an hour as a top speed, and it is surprisingly nimble for a tank this tubby with this much armor. It will get there fairly quickly. If you put this thing in a 62A and a head-to-head match race, it'll take a little bit, but it won't be far off the T62A when the acceleration really hits, and it'll keep rolling all the way to 60 kilometers an hour, which is lovely. What it does have a problem with is turn fighting. Its traverse is not nearly as effective as the Leo 1's, and its terrain resistance stats are absolutely god-awful. The Leopard 1's terrain resistance stats, those are the soft stats that guide how the horsepower and everything really works against the ground. On the Leo 1, there's 0.6, 0.7, and 1 for soft, medium, and hard terrain. On the E50M, they're 1.1, 1.3, and 1.5. It is indeed the tank that ate all the pies. What does it have going for it? Well, it's got an upper plate that is absolutely freaking tough as nails. And it's got an all-round armor profile that makes it a diddly-tastic bully. Ah! Am I racking me? I love it. Love it. Poor old STB1 only showed a little bit of wheel. We got the ammo rack. We'll take it, though. No one gives them back when they take it off you. The upper plate on this thing turns it into a legitimate monster at bullying other mediums, and it can, in a pinch, get bounces from heavies and TDs as well. It's not reliable, but against medium tanks, you can do all kinds of nasty things. And the gun is every bit the laser beam that the Leo 1's gun is. For that mobility and armor, you pay a price, of course. You have less pen than the Leopard 1. In fact, 245mm of pen makes your pen pretty freaking low on the totem pole, although you do have 300mm of heat, just like the Leopard 1, but your DPM is 10% off the Leopard 1's. Like, you are a bargain basement 3,196 DPM. Now, those numbers have actually gone up because the E50M has received quite a few buffs over the years. Back in the day, it was not well loved. It was a tank that didn't really perform, especially when premium ammunition was still in its full damage stages. When armor was not quite the wonderful, valuable asset it is now, tanks like the E50M struggled a bit. Now, if you fire promo at an E50M, you do less damage, and that means that armor in the tank actually mitigates the damage and makes it a far more effective tank around the battlefield. And as you can see here, it still moves very lively for a tank that is as big and strong as it is. The gun, as I said, 0.272 dispersion, 1.72 seconds of aim time. It's very, very nice. But where it really excels is bullying other mediums and playing the role of pocket heavy late game and a little bit earlier. It's a beautiful machine. It's got gun depression, 9 degrees on the Leopard 1, 8 degrees on the E50M, which is a lot of gun depression to have on a tank that is this strong armor profile wise. To give you an indicator, that's the same kind of gun depression you get on a T110E5. And all round, it's made it probably, in my mind, the strongest medium tank just about you can get at tier 10 at the moment. But it is a very, very different feel to the Leopard 1. It is a, look at that bounce, and then just eating him straight through the front of his hull. I mean, that's the E50M in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you're liking the series. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.